Malcolm and Marcus plus you reborn. Call me Chad X, new Black Panther. With a raised fist, I resist racist oppression, injustice. Mark my words, I won't quit. Never give up till we get justice.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy CS Motivated Minds. And the video I'm about to post, it's about 4 years old. It's a memory that popped up on the book, and I decided to go ahead and post it here because I've never posted it on this platform. I don't want to talk too long about the video, but pretty much the gist of it is this. A lot of us talk about these kids and what they are, what they aren't, and how much trouble they get in this generation. I have this saying that I like to say, when I'm talking to people about mentoring and talking to these kids. Either you in the game, you're on the sideline as a cheerleader or a spectator. And I realize that a lot of the cheerleaders or the spectators can't play the game because some of them don't have the ability to. But there are spectators that's sitting on that sideline that have played the game and they choose not to get in the game. I appreciate everybody that's in the game, that's in the trenches, that's on the field, that's out here putting in the work, trying to talk to them, talk to these kids, trying to mentor. But if you're on the sideline and you're a spectator and you have the ability to get in the game, to be down here in the trenches, I encourage you, man, get in the game, because we need you to encourage these kids and to talk to these kids and to help keep these kids out of trouble. Anyway, y'all check this out. I have to turn this down real quick. Hopefully that's not too loud. But I'm going to school real quick because today is my mentoring day. So let me just get straight to the point, because I ain't made one of these in a hot minute. So and the other day, one of my fellow jungle brothers sent me a link to one of the local news stations, and he didn't say nothing. He just dropped the link, and then he didn't say nothing. So I opened up the link, and what the link basically said was 21-year-old arrested for the murder of a homeless man that actually happened in March, basically. So, and the reason why he sent it to me is because we had just dealt with this kid. And I say kid because he's 21 years old. So, and I just kind of shook my head, because me and a couple of my partners that talked to this dude, just kept talking to this dude, talking to this young brother. But it just made me think, it made me kind of sit back and think, what are we doing, man? What's going on with these kids? Because something's going on. So my question is, what are we doing to help this situation? And there are people that say, well, there ain't nothing y'all do because these kids are lost. But these kids are not lost. And the reason why I say they're not lost is because our HBCUs are full of bright minds. So, the things that we see on the news, to me, that's the minority of these kids. But again, I got to go back to, what are we actually doing? I went to the school. I was at the school last week, and I asked the question about, how many other men, come up here, to mentor, besides me. And the answer was, well, there was one other. So shout out to those that's out here in these streets and that's out in these schools, that's out here grinding in the trenches, with these kids. And oftentimes people will say, well, as long as you can reach one, and I used to subscribe to that, but I don't subscribe to that no more, because reaching one it's not good enough. That's almost like you got 3 kids drowning and you saved one, and you can say, well, at least I saved one, but does that negate the fact that the other 2 drowned and you couldn't save them? Right? So I'm just like, just reaching one is not good enough. We got to go in, we got to pull as many as we can out, and if it's one, then okay, so be it. But I just don't think that we're not, I just think that we need to put more of an effort, and we need to get out in these streets, we need to get in these schools, and we need to grind. Because oftentimes people are complaining, man, these kids this, and these kids don't listen. And that may be the case. But if we're going to complain, then how about being a part of the solution? Not just complain about the problem. How about we be a part of the solution? And that's part of the reason why I got into the career field that I got into.
right? Because I wanted to be a part of the solution and not a part of the problem and just sit back and complain about it. You know, I often tell people, you don't like the way that the criminal justice system is, then go become a lawyer, right? You don't like the way police treat people, then guess what? Go become a police officer, right? Or get involved and do something about it. You know, it's bothersome to me. It really is. And I know we can't reach all of these kids, but something's going on. You know, something is going on that some of these kids, and again, it's not all of them, because our HBCUs are packed with young and bright minds. These schools are packed with young, bright minds, and sometimes they just need somebody to come along and steer them in the right direction. So I'm just saying, man, I'm gonna keep this short, you know, but that's just something it's just really on my mind. It's just really bothersome to me, because every time you turn on, which I don't watch the news, but every time you turn on the news, what you see is a murder. You know, some murder or something done happen, and it's oftentimes it's young black males, right? You never see anything positive, ever. But yet I go to a middle school that is full of positive things, right? Some of these high schools full of positive young black minds. And people are like, why are you talking about, you know, young black kids? Because that's all we see on the news, right? Because our prison systems are full of individuals who were young and black. You know, so I'm just saying, man, we need to get out here, and we need to get into these trenches, you know, and we need to save as many of these kids as we can. And again, man, shout out to those that's out here. Shout out to those that's in the trenches doing those things, man. Doing your thing, man. Keep doing what you do. You know, for those of y'all on the sideline complaining, man, come off the sideline and get in the game. I'm out. Malcolm and Marcus plus you reborn. Call me Chad X, new Black Panther. With a raised fist, I resist racist oppression, injustice. Mark my words, I won't quit. Never give up till we get justice.